Hello? Hello? We got the mic on? Alright. It was once a stormy. Nope, not that. Nope. Okay, not that story. Once upon a. Nope, not that one either, man. Just read off the script. Why is this so hard, man? 6 months, 9 days, 10 hours, 17 minutes, and 20 seconds. Now 21. Now 22. Now, never mind, you get the point. That is how long my journey with cinematography has been. From the very first time I entered my media studies class to me reading off the script right now. But let's rewind to a couple of months back. Stop! Here we are. First steps to making my film Hellfire. The research. Back then, when I was young and innocent, I didn't know how much pain this filmmaking process would take me. In terms of researching platforms, Google was my main ally. It led me to other various websites that I did use in my research. For example, through Google, I could get to Amazon and find the costumes I needed to buy. Through Google, I could find YouTube videos on how to edit. Later, when I needed to find audio, Google guided me to Pixabay. So basically, Google was my almighty Lord and Savior. Netflix was another one. I know, Netflix might sound pretty weird as a research platform at first, but hear me out. Watching horror films helped me make Hellfire. Netflix allowed me to analyze when and how they killed off characters or the certain lighting they use at certain moments. I even analyzed certain sounds. In either ways, I didn't get that scared. Okay, maybe a little. The next step was the planning. Honestly, this part was super easy. There were two major parts to the planning process. First was the script, which took me not that much time to do, probably around 45 minutes. Then was the storyboard. This part was harder and more tedious than the script, but it did pay off in the end when I had to film. Speaking of filming, surprisingly, it was probably the easiest part of this whole process. I filmed with two things, my tripod and my iPhone 15 Pro Max. Nowadays, filming has been more accessible thanks to Apple's cinematic feature. This really helps me in the filmmaking process. Then I airdropped my videos to Final Cut Pro, which was the editing process. And oh my god, why was this part so hard? I'm just a high school student. I didn't know I had to learn fancy things like color grading and rendering. I thought I was just making a fun film. But no, I quickly realized this would take at least 3 all-nighters and 50 plus hours. Alright, that part might have been exaggerated, but you get the point. It still took a lot of time. The software culprit, Final Cut Pro or FCP. I just want to say that this thing has terrified me so much, I still get nightmares about that software to this day. The reason why I chose it, you might ask? Because I was too much of an overachiever. I thought CapCut couldn't deliver the film quality I wanted because it was lacking features. I then see FCP has a free 60-day trial. So I'm thinking to myself, this is perfect. No, Leono, you were wrong. So wrong. But even with the torture FCP put me through, it did allow me to use some pretty cool features. For example, that intro of my film studio's logo could not have been done on CapCut. This created a visually appealing entrance that already gets the audience engaged. FCP allowed me to color grade scenes to give a darker, more vibrant atmosphere. When Lucas drops the cross, this feature is used to make him seem like he disappeared, helping me create tension, which is a key aspect of horror films. This is what allowed me to give the sunset at the beginning a more orange look as well. Even though I used mostly straight cuts, I was able to use a cool torn paper effect I found, and fades. Various transitions make a film well balanced and better diverse overall. Titles and captions are one thing I'll give FCP credit for though. They were easy to input. This allowed me to easily control the credits being displayed on screen and create an awesome title screen at the end. I could even use J cuts and L cuts when necessary, just like the one at the beginning of the film. Speaking of audio, I must give thanks to OBS for allowing me to record audio online and easily put it into FCP. All these special techniques used made me feel like I was watching the Mona Lisa being painted. I can explain how different technologies work together for my movie like a chain of events. Google helped me start my research, which allowed me to make my script and storyboards. The storyboards of my script allow me to orient myself and know what to film. I then use AirDrop to upload what I film into the editing software FCP. I then edited the film in FCP and uploaded it to my channel for everybody to see. We then get something like this. Pretty cool, right? After Hellfire, I made 4 Creative Critical Reflections, or CCRs. You might have seen them. The first was an interrogation where I was held hostage and had to answer questions on representations and conventions. The second was a reaction video where I answered questions on audience and distribution. The third one, I got invited to a talk show to talk about my development of production skills. The fourth one is this story I'm voicing over right now, discussing technologies. In these CCRs, I used many creative features. Some were voiceovers, like the one right now, screen-in-screen, camera angles, such as the POV shots, editing techniques like filters, non-diegetic music, and etc. And that has led me to today. 6 months, 9 days, 10 hours, 24 minutes, and 35 seconds since I started. And you know what? I'm glad I did.